All right, guys, this is Grow Folds, and I randomly walked into a Lowe's to discover this. Do you see what is in front of me right now? Do you see this big pallet of live plants? Yeah, it was delivered on a Monday, and I am geeking out just because why is this not out on the floor? Why have they not worked this out? So I'm just gonna take a look at some of the plants they already have here, and you can see that there are some Calathea, Green Goddess, Azizi Raven. This is really pretty. You can see the new leaf growth has that bright green and it turns black. But I just can't believe that I just walked in and saw this palette. And this Lowe's over here, which is off of 121 in Custer, has a really good selection of plants already before the restock. I mean, look at this Calathea right here. This is gorgeous, and I believe it's like $15.98. I already have 3 Calathea. I have a Calathea White Star, a Calathea Orbifolia, and a baby Calathea White Star, so I don't need to add any more Calatheas for now. But I am looking at all of these plants they already have. Look at this beautiful bromeliad. It looks like somebody took some pink spray paint and spray painted some color on there, and this one is 2048, so that's pretty. I'm not really a fan of bromeliads. I think they're cool, but they're just not for me. But this Lowe's here has a lot of cute plants, and I am still just geeking out that they had. Look at this Monstera deliciosa. This hanging plant right here is cute. It's called japonica. Looks nice. And in the background, there's a little bit of some Aglaonema red cyan, but I just keep going back to this palette, and I'm just like, why have they not broken that palette down? I need them to break it down. And let's see, we have a mini Ficus Lada. That's cute. It's just a finicky plant, so I'm just never going to grow one of those. I don't know what you guys think if you're still growing Ficus Lada. And look at this Ficus altissima. That's gorgeous. A little ratty and bare though on the bottom. The stems, it doesn't look as healthy. But there are a lot of beautiful plants here. We have some crotons. That's really nice. And then we have these Aglaonema right here. And I wish somebody would give me the plant ID for that Aglaonema just because I don't have it. And then we have a Syngonium here. A variegated spathiphyllum. And then I've been seeing this particular plant here. This is a beautiful Calathea. I might actually add this Calathea sometime to my collection. And I see that there's another Alocasia Maharani. And look, there's that palette that I just wish their employees would break down and have together. There's a Syngonium white butterfly hanging basket. That's cool. We have a Photonia plant. We have these cute hanging baskets right here. Teddy bear vine. I like the furry fuzzy leaves that this has right here. It's almost succulent in the texture. I'm not going to buy it, but it's really cool. And then we have some more Scindapsus hanging baskets here. Another Marble Queen Pothos. That's a pretty looking one, actually. I'm a fan of Epipens aureum, also known as Pothos. I have a collection of that. I'm hoping to get some Japanese mutations of these pothos, and then obviously that neon pothos. I think on my next shopping trip I might end up buying a neon pothos because that looks really cool. And then we have this black anthurium. Look at the blooms. It's black, and even the leaves are pretty dark. By Costa Farms, right here it's $12.98 or $12.94. Let's see what else they have here. They have a lot of 3.5-inch self-watering house plants here, and then we can take a look at some of the planters. I like the planter that's for $15 right there. Very simple. This one is a really nice one too. I just wish it was terracotta or ceramic. I like very simplistic pots. I don't really like a lot of texture. I like that. That's really nice with the plant stand. So my brother-in-law Clinton is actually going to make me a lot of custom-made plant stands. So we'll check that out, and I'll go ahead and feature that on the channel. We might eventually sell some of his handiwork for plant stands and accessories. So we'll just take a look at that. But over here we have a Philodendron Brasil. That's a nice looking one as well. I might actually end up getting one of these to put in my kitchen. I have these little hanging planters that hang off the wall, and I want some vining plants. This one's a Epipens pinnatum Cebu blue. That's a nice one right here. There's a little bit of yellowing though on the leaves. And then this is a really cool begonia. I like the color. Like I said, again, I can't really grow begonia. I just end up killing them. My grandmother though is a pro at them. She just grows them, propagates them, grows them, propagates them. She just has a ton at her place. But there are a lot of hanging baskets again. I really think that neon pothos is screaming for me to grab one, so I might really grab one on my next shopping trip. That's another green marantha. What else do we got here? So this is the nemesis. Like, I always thought that English ivy would grow like pothos, but they're actually one of the most difficult plants. So you see this right here. You see that it's nice and full, beautiful. Give it about 2 weeks indoors, it will lose its leaves and be infested with spider mites. So that's just not going to be a go for me. Even with systematic granules that supposedly prevent pests, it still will get spider mites. So I don't know how some people can grow them. I know that if you grow ivy outdoors, they don't get spider mites. It's kind of the same thing with like alocasia. Apparently, if you grow alocasia outdoors, they just don't get spider mites. But I'm going to go back to this pallet here. And I just can't believe that it's nighttime. This pallet has been sitting here all day and nobody has broken this pallet down. And there are a bunch of live plants captive in there for, you know, plant collectors like me who just want to go ahead and grab whatever is in those pallets. You know, fresh plants, fresh restock, you know you're going to get a good deal. But this Lowe's actually has a good presentation of their house plants. I think that their house plants for the most part are healthy and kept well. It was really sad to see that one Lowe's where basically all their plants were unhealthy. They just were not kept. And on Christmas Eve, I just didn't have the money to rescue all those plants. You know, a lot of this is just, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So here is me returning to the same Lowe's the next day, and voila, you can see that the pallet has been broken down, and you can see that the plants have been released from captivity. Actually, they're still working those pallets, but we're gonna see if they've actually restocked those plants. It doesn't look like it, but I'm gonna take a look, and as you can see, they've got a crap ton of happy Aglaonema right here. And then a really cool Calathea. There's still a little bit left on the palette, but you can see right here that there are some gorgeous Aglaonema. This one you can tell is happy because look at the blooms. There are some flowers there. So it's a mature happy Aglaonema. I already have this variety. If somebody can tell me what it is, that would be awesome in the comments. Let's see. So I don't want to be weird around that guy, but look at this. Okay, so there's this one Aglaonema that was different. This is definitely one that I'm going to go ahead and take. Definitely want to add this to my collection. I will find the plant ID on the Costa Farms website and add that to the description as I edit this video. But you can see that there's still live plants in hostage being worked. And look at the Calathea right over here. I know I'm being distracting. The guy that's actually working these plants are like, he was just telling me that there isn't any room to put them on the shelves. So we're just gonna walk through again. Same plants. We got a lot of Rhaphidophora, Tetrasperma, some ZZ Raven, some Alocasia poly in the background. But I'm just excited that they have some great Calathea. Look at that one right there. Look at it's absolutely gorgeous. And we have some trending tropical Calathea. That's gorgeous too, and you can see that is a healthy one, fresh plants to buy. I might actually just get this Aglaonema as well and just add it to my collection, maybe put a bunch of them in a big pot. I mean, I am probably a big Aglaonema collector right now. I think that is my #1 plant that I'm collecting. Since I got a really amazing deal with that Indonesian import for those Aglaonema, I've been working with the Baroka plant seller, and I'm going to be importing plants the end of February. I am excited to be getting the Aglaonema Crown of Siam, and if you guys look at the price tag, it is a hefty one, but I am willing to import that Aglaonema. Anyways, going back to this, super exciting to see that during the day, we have witnessed a plant Restock, even though these plants look like they were restocked. They're the same plants from last night. You can see that syngonium is still there. I'm surprised nobody has picked that up. But it's exciting that they have a surplus of plants to offer us during the holiday season. This Syngonium white butterfly and Photonia hanging basket, it looks like somebody was looking at it because it's been the positioning is a little bit different. You can see that there are some Sansevieria. Those are cute, and those little planters. We have some Dracaena in some water, some hanging baskets. I actually like that heart-shaped Philodendron neon. And then we have some more hanging baskets right here. I love how the light hits the plants during this time of the day. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can see that there are a bunch of assorted orchids. So I love the roots too. Those are really cool. But that's cool that they finally got those plants out of the box. I felt bad that they were sitting there. And, you got to get that product out for people to be able to buy it. And let's see. The Calathea still look tempting to buy. There's some more hanging baskets. The Photonia is nice. It's just a big gnat trap though. Lots of gnats have to be, it just attracts gnats because it has to keep the soil pretty moist and wet. I am trying not to top water as much just to prevent that. And let's see, this is a sad part. This is what I'm talking about. When plants are neglected and nobody wants to buy them and they just end up being in the trash. So the amount of effort somebody had to grow, somebody had to transfer, somebody had to spend money on the plastic containers, it all goes to trash. So, a lot of people say that plants are, environmentally great, but houseplants actually end up creating a lot of pollution in the sense that they end up just going into the trash, and not all of it is biodegradable with the plastic containers. But that's another rant that I can do on another video. But you can see there's some Spathiphyllum here. These are easy plants that can really tolerate very low light conditions. But it looks like even though this palette was really tall, I'm just surprised that this is really all the plants that came out of it. Yeah, there's some awesome looking Calathea and a bunch of Aglaonema, but you would think there would be a bigger selection. Like this one's really cool. You can see that the new leaf is just unfurled, but I would think Costa Farms would have that. So let me know what you guys think of this big box plant Restock. All right, guys, this is the awesome Aglaonema that I got off of this Restock. It was the only Aglaonema. This is the Aglaonema Golden Fluorite. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Ballant, who provided the awesome tracks for this blog. Catch me on my next plant shopping experience and leave comments below. Thank you. Have a good one.